Yep. That's what we talking about.
She make me go and want to read.
Smoking that dope.
Turn this out here.
Giving up hope. Gang banging.
That's crazy though.
And it's funny, right? Because I don't want to laugh and joke because it's serious. Like, it's serious. But I've been telling y'all forever, if you don't stop letting these people do this silliness, they're going to keep going and they're going to go after people you eventually like. I was telling them with R. Kelly, I said, y'all didn't let them do right with R. Kelly. Y'all let them people charge him with a RICO, trafficking, the Mann Act, all this show craziness. Y'all didn't make them people charge that man fair. Y'all let them people do that man any type of way because y'all thought y'all was mad at him and he messed with this girl. He did this underage girl, all these things that you felt you was mad at, yet they're not charging him for that. But when they charge him, they did him RICO, Mann Act, all of that. Now, every week, somebody new coming out. They ain't got to put no legal lawsuit. They just saying civilly, this person did this. There's no way for us to figure it out. They're not even pursuing it on a criminal matter. Now they done got Smokey.
I don't want to laugh and shit because I refuse to read the story.
I'm not laughing.
So why don't you tell me the story? Because
please enlighten us.
Yeah, because I refuse to read it. Cause
in the glasses way.
Well, they said when he was 72, he started taking vagina from the people that work from him.
Taking?
Yes. That's what they said. At 72, he was taking vagina. And they just kept coming back to work. And then the other person, it happened. This is what they said.
I'm sorry, I
76. They said at 76, he was taking vagina from these really prime young women. You know what I mean? Not young, but prime women. These women in their 30s and 40s.
That work for him or something?
Yeah.
And they kept coming back to work?
Yes. And so my issue is I naturally want to believe women.
I do too, but that's a little hard.
That's like my issue is I really want to believe women. I really want to believe women.
Especially me as a survivor, I want to make sure that I'm always being like, I can't be a hypocrite. You feel me? But this is so far-fetched.
I want to believe women.
See, that's why I didn't read it, because it's just no good.
Shout out to Adam A.R. Bruce. Shout out to the whole lunch table. Adam A.R. Bruce said, I can't bring myself to defend Diddy for any reason. My hate never stopped for him just being a buster, being a pervert, only extra hate. So that's my problem. They're not charging him for being a pervert. Mm-hmm. They're not charging him for being a pervert. They're saying he's running a mafia. That's what they're charging Diddy for. He's running a mafia.
He's a super freak.
No, it's that. See how the two concepts collide to where you have this kind of false moral high ground. Yeah, and I say false because everybody knows. Yeah,
that's what I just feel like they more care about him just being a freaky than him really doing the crime.
Not a moral scumbag. They're not even charging him with a federal assault. They're saying he's running a mafia. That's what they're charging Puff Daddy for. He's running a mafia. Diddy. He's on trial. His trial started yesterday. They're picking the jurors. They said he's running a mafia. Nobody even flinched when they said that. And then when I started to say something about it, everybody looked at me crazy. I was like, y'all don't think it's weird that they are saying Puff is running a mafia? Glasses, you always trying to be a contrarian. You on the other end. You always this. I'm like, no. I'm not saying these people may not be guilty of a crime.
Yeah, it was hers.
I'm not saying these people are not guilty of a crime, possibly. I'm saying Puff is not running a mafia. And when I was telling y'all this, y'all looked at me like crazy. I told y'all R. Kelly wasn't running the mafia, and y'all looked at me like I was crazy. And y'all let them people, without any level of protest, decide the system decided that they was gonna do these rich brothers and trump up the charges. And y'all sitting back being cool, thinking you cool or you on the moral side of righteousness. I couldn't imagine y'all if they was hanging brothers. Y'all have figured out some way back then. Well, you know, they did try to escape off the plantation. They know they can't just do massa like that. They can't do that. So you got to do your job. You got to, he should have never did that to massa.
Why is his voice back?
When I heard it earlier, I said, "Oh shit, hippity dippity hip hop."
Oh, I can see y'all on the plantation now. They only hungs him because he tries to get off of the plantation. And that's why you can't do that, son. You see how they do you? This is how they do you. That's how y'all sound. Shout out to my boy Revenge. He said, is he running one or was he a loose criminal? He's not any of the above.
A loose criminal.
A loose criminal organization.
Criminal.
He's not. And y'all know damn well Puff ain't running no damn criminal organization. And y'all done let the system take this man to trial without any level of protest. The only person protesting is Glasses.
Nah. I was there with you. Don't do that. I was there with you, bro. Don't do that.
Hey, Trap.
We ain't about to do that.
I am like,
Now the cow shit.
Flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted. Puff is running what mafia? 6. What mafia?
I don't know.
And I slapped the shit out of Puff. And we been in a fight. You know, mafia with no Puff.
No, if you want to fight Puff.
I would fight Puff today. He could get a head up fade. Right now, as soon as he get out, first day, he get a fair one. They was talking about right there. They was confusing what happened with J. Cole and Dot. They was like, oh, he poured something on Dot. First off, if he'd have poured something on Dot, that would have just ended badly.
What he
straight
pour?
Up? He didn't pour nothing on him. What happened was Cole was complaining about the control verse to Dot in the club. They ran into each other at a function. Puff thought that was being soft, so he started tripping on Cole for being soft.
Who did he?
Yes.
Okay.
He started tripping on Cole for being soft, and like I guess Cole said something he didn't like, and he just tried to start choking Cole.
Okay, so if Diddy's all trying to choke J. Cole, and all that, what make you think Diddy ain't like that?
It's J. Cole.
So J. Cole ain't like no small dude. Like, yeah. Why we look like
he just
we J. Cole a punk at us?
When did this world start being about? Listen, and this is another weird conversation. No Sinners Live to lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Pacific Standard Time, right here on Digital Soapbox. Click the thumbs up button. It's a few people in here, so we need some likes. Get them likes up. You feel me? Y'all keep leaving. I need at least 100 likes. If 1,000 of y'all gonna be here, I need 100. That's fair.
Facts.
Feel me? We do this stream to support the No Sinners podcast. Fresh episode drop Tuesday. Conversations that drip. If you want to know about painting cars and classics, it's a really dope conversation. Go check that out. You can listen to the No Sinners podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Sinners podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. And we're gonna get this thing going. Shout out to Gabby. What's going on, Gab? Fats, Rough End, Miko. What's up, my boy? We overdue.
Miko, what up?
Derek Moses. What's happening? Name. Revenge. What's up? Memphis in the house, baby. Lawrence. What's the deal? Ollie. No cut. What's the deal, player? So look. Yes, Cole hit him back.
Okay.
Cole did not just go out like Drake. Like he didn't go out like Drake. Drake didn't fight back. That's not me talking. I'm not talking back. Honestly, I felt bad when that happened. Because I'm like, why would you do that to Drake? I mean, that's not the kind of person you get credit for. So it's weird to watch fans tweet me and be talking crazy, like, like, oh, you hit. Who would do what? Like, do y'all know who y'all dealing with? Like, I don't care how many rap songs you make, you don't get stick. You don't get tough from making rap songs. Like this, he's not like that. I felt people bully Drake. I didn't even like when people did shit to Drake because he's not the kind of person that people should do anything to.
So Puff got 0 wins.
No. So him and Cole started squabbling. That ended up being a little tussle.
Puff got some wins. So who won that one?
I don't know. When Dotman was telling me the story, because I wasn't there, when they was telling me the story, it was more Cole stood up for himself. So Cole ain't no You ain't finna just be punched. Shout out to Cole, because I'm not saying.
Yeah, that's why.
So even when
let me ask you this though. Did you hear anything about that? The next day, Puff called and said, "Yo, bring that nigga to my office right now."
I did hear that, but I don't know if that's
you
true.
Heard about that? Yeah.
Wait a minute, to do what?
Cole,
I don't know.
So Puff is bullying this next generation of MCs. Puff turning to Suge. I don't know when it happened.
Suge went to jail.
Yeah, he turned into Suge for real, and he started punching on people, slapping on people. He slapped on Drake over a song, bro.
Raping him.
You said raping him?
Oh, whoa.
Is that what you said?
Allegedly.
Use that word.
He is
raping.
In the first 20 minutes.
Raping
In the first 30 minutes.
And he's he's still fighting his crime. He's innocent until
But
proven
I just
guilty.
didn't like that, and I kept telling y'all this. Back to the point I'm saying, I kept telling everybody at the lunch table. I kept telling y'all. I said, if y'all don't make them treat R. Kelly right, shut up.
So you think the R. Kelly thing got something to do with the Smoke thing?
Everything
open the door.
Everything. When these people realize they can do anything to you and no outrage, knock these rich old Negroes off one at a time.
If they can knock one down and ain't nobody gonna, it's like, oh, we knocked this one down, especially because if they knock down all the ones that are up there.
Do the Smoke thing seem more like the Bill Cosby thing though?
Bill Cosby was guilty.
Yeah, Bill was Bill.
I mean,
but they say it's because he had the oil underneath his house that's why they did it, because they wanted his property.
Bill got charged. Okay,
and he wanted to buy CBS.
Guilty?
Yes, he's guilty.
I never heard about the
guilty of what?
He's guilty because he was
living in the 70s.
Hitting them. That's what I'm saying. But it still was against the
law.
And I'm not mad at that. I think that's fine. Like if he got a couple days, he walked off a couple years.
So
that's fair. I'm okay with Bill Cosby being held accountable.
Hold on,
for how they party.
You think he was doing it without them knowing it?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
But I'm gonna tell you why.
I don't believe that.
I'm gonna tell you why it's true. Because that's how they party.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
But look, this is my thing.
Yes.
But it goes back to when you talked about, remember when you was talking about age was still last week, right? And it just lets me know that like that's the reason why we have the misconception about age, right? Because when someone says that a 76-year-old man is like raping griping and griping with a young woman, it's like
before we get there, let's journey back because I got to get on everybody's ass. I got to get on the lunch table ass.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that.
About what?
I got to get on everybody's ass. Yes, Bill Cosby did it.
Oh my God.
But he did his time. You know what they didn't charge Bill Cosby with? RICO. You know what they didn't charge Bill Cosby with? Trafficking. They charged him appropriately. That's why I didn't have nothing to say.
So you think all 300 women that came out and said Cosby did that? That's what I'm saying. I think
it could be though. But I think he got.
300.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Some of these women who was coming out was butt ugly.
Well, I don't think that's the case.
Like
I think
Bill Cosby want to grape some of them.
So what you think?
So I'm gonna tell. I have a theory. So this is my theory.
If I'm Bill Cosby, I ain't gonna.
This is my theory.
Everything.
I think Bill Cosby wanted to get his pleasure and then want the girls to remember. So I think they intended to come give him vagina. No, this is what I think. Because I'm telling you, he married. You know what I mean? It's 1,000 things.
And those was like during the recording era, people putting your business out there. You never know.
Yeah. But I'm saying I think it was more like he didn't want them to be aware. Either that or he like unconscious vagina.
So you think that he didn't want them to remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they intended to come give him some vagina. Don't get me wrong, I'm not, but even when we grew up in our era, Coach Trap, Six, all our era, they had Spanish Fly.
Right.
And I used to thought that was weird. Yeah, I thought that was weird. I was like, man, it's gonna make her ready. And I'm like, she not ready? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, she not ready? You know what I mean? Like, so I think there's a weird way that people party. Anytime somebody drink and do drugs, you already different. So,
oh my God,
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Especially like he said, we want our credit. If I crack a girl, I want my credit. I don't want the Spanish Fly to take the credit.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
I want my credit.
You feel me? I don't want the vagina that bad. But I think Bill Cosby. I don't think Bill Cosby was doing it with intentions to get the girl in the mood. I think either one, he didn't want them to remember. And a part of that is he's famous and he's married. The other part is he could be like, what do you call those people who like sleeping with people? Dead
people. I forgot that's called.
Yeah, like whatever that is. Right?
Cold freak.
You know what I mean? But he went to jail for it and did his time. I never protested that. You don't see no outrage. Maybe Bill ain't did nothing. I don't did it. I'm like, okay,
Shelly,
if that's what your
Shelly
charge
said
with.
she think
That's
Bill
fair.
Cosby innocent.
I think they wanted to take the drugs. I think they was just partying, taking drugs, period.
Nah, I think people, they still do that right
that
now.
That was the years back then. They was just taking drugs, experimenting. So
yeah, nah, I think Bill was doing it.
Nah.
I believe Bill was like, I'm gonna hit them in both our drinks.
Nah. I think they wanted to take the drugs.
I cannot.
You paying Bill.
Don't do
people party like that.
He's paying Bill wrong. I'm not saying
listen,
that it's not possible.
40 people ain't wrong.
But you already say you don't believe all of them anyway.
I don't, but I'm saying I think
it's not 40 people.
He feels like a percentage
I'm
of them.
saying some people coming out to get some money that got sober penis from Bill Cosby.
Yeah, it's that.
And then some people just coming out saying anything.
When
But
Janet Dixon shit came out, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think Bill. I think
the whole case.
I think with Bill specifically, I think that's how they was partying. Quaaludes was the thing at that time. That's how they partied. So I'm not. So again, he did his time. We ain't got to even bring up Bill. He got charged fairly based off the charges.
Okay.
They did not say he was trafficking vagina in.
Okay.
Right. I said that then. R. Kelly. Look, my life is my personal choice. R. Kelly come from another generation of people that like people they feel like the thing is getting with girls for their first girls. I always thought it was weird, but that's how some people is. And some of it is against the law, and he should be charged for that. Why they charged him with RICO? I kept telling people, I'm saying, hey, that's weird. That RICO charge ain't right. I'm not saying if they charge him with what do you call it? Statutory, I wouldn't have nothing to say. I wouldn't say if they charge R. Kelly with statutory 30 counts, I wouldn't have nothing to say.
Your problem is the trumped up charges,
bro.
On R. Kelly.
The Mann Act.
Yeah.
What the fuck? RICO, trafficking, R. Kelly. Bro, I keep telling y'all this. I went to the studio. I was supposed to do a song with R. Kelly. Shout out to Rob. Rob can't read or write, can't text, the spelling bad. And when you go to the studio, it do be some girls, they can't even look at you. Like he R. Kelly, but he's like he insecure. Like the girls can't even look at you. So I always thought to myself, like, how are you insecure? You Robert Kelly?
Well, I'm saying you can probably.
I'll be the coldest nigga. It's a revolving door, baby.
You
can read
in my cheek.
You walking in there with being able to read and right.
I'm Robert Kelly. I don't care what I can't spell.
Right, like man,
you ain't got to be able to spell. You can sing the song. You got money.
You're so reading this thing, bro.
They think he's smart.
You can read. Listen, what I could do is this is what I got over R. Kelly. I can read. I'm a low. Feel me? And I you know what I mean? That's what I got. R. Kelly got everything else. R. Kelly got more money.
I'm nicer at hoop.
I could rap. R. Kelly could sing. R. Kelly,
you got low vocals.
I'm nicer at hoop.
R. Kelly in 101?
No, you're not.
One-on-one.
I'm cooking R. Kelly at ones.
I don't know. I had a little game.
Nigga, I don't care, nigga. I'll cook R. Kelly at ones.
I'm just being honest, right? So my thing is, R. Kelly, I told y'all, like Sherry right now, defending R. Kelly in 2025 is wild.
She defended Bill Cosby.
Hey, girl.
Sherry,
Yeah, what's up, Sherry? I don't think G is defending him. I think he is saying that he don't think that the charges were accurate to the crime.
Yeah, I feel that.
It didn't fit the crime.
Charging with statutory rape. Charging with the federal sex on tape with a minor. That carries 7-8 years. Give him all them charges.
Exactly.
What the hell, Rico? That ain't no running no criminal organization. He ain't no man acting. He ain't traffic no women.
Right.
And the fact that y'all let that happen, I told you then. I said, hey, that ain't right. That's not a right charge. I didn't say nothing with Bill Cosby. I didn't say nothing because the charges was right. Yeah. Fight the charges. Okay, you get your time, cool, whatever. Handle your business. R. Kelly charges wrong. And I told y'all I said nothing in. Now, Diddy in the government know y'all. He know y'all so emotional and y'all so full of shit. Y'all so fraudulent. Y'all try to look like y'all righteous. All of y'all pieces of shit. Let me just get off record. All of y'all, the whole world, you niggas,
for the record,
you drink, you smoke, you raggedy, you trash.
Crap.
You don't have nothing. So you can't tell me that you think you better than R. Kelly. I'm not having it.
Wow.
That means you would do anything just like R. Kelly mess with that pink cocaine.
So drink and smoke got you R.
R. Kelly mess with pink
cocaine. Yes,
cocaine.
because guess what R. Kelly do? Drink and smoke.
But just because you drink and smoke don't mean you.
That shit is crazy, yo.
Yes,
it's a doorway. Rapist now.
It's a doorway to. First off, you don't want me to get. We can really start talking about great culture. Great culture is the fact that when all of us grew up hanging out with girls, everybody bring liquor. Why? Because you wanted to ease her up. Stop playing with me. And I never did it because I don't drink and I don't want nobody to drink next to me. So can't nobody tell me nothing. You go hang with a little shorty, you want to smoke some weed because you know why? You trying to ease her inhibitions.
So you saying drinking and drugs are
the gateway?
Yeah, two's the great
to lower inhibition.
Great,
you know, if you get a girl with
we're not about to do this. No, it's not.
I'm telling you, it
is. No, it's not. Now you're gonna tell me right now.
He's speaking facts.
What if she brings the alcohol?
Exactly. Let me ask you a question.
You shouldn't want to be with her when she brings alcohol.
You know,
you need her to be in her right mind.
Because when I'm out at the club and I turn down drinks, I do drink, but I'm just like, I don't really drink in like certain settings. So when I'm in and I be sometimes I might, but most of the time no. And I turn it down and I say no. I could see the guy's reaction in his face where he just like you could tell they trying to figure out they are trying to figure out how to loosen you up. It's the truth. Because people be like, take this drink and loosen up.
Yes. And girls take it to loosen up.
And girls give it to other girls to loosen them up.
Do that with the LO. Sober up, baby. This penis comes sober.
So you ain't never catch a drink out the
you don't. So
New single by Glasses Malone.
On Olivia's soul, bro. On Olivia's soul, bro. If I knew, I wasn't fucking with her. I really be serious about that. I really be serious. Stop. First off, I'm way too awesome of a nigga for you to be not in the moment to get this real work. You need to remember.
I can understand that. I can understand that because
you need to remember.
I can't.
Two. Once I realize it, I realize how much shit can happen when somebody's under the influence. So again, back to R. Kelly, right? In this situation where it's like, right? It's like, y'all not going to keep these people in their right mind. Y'all not. So R. Kelly, so right now, instead of us, R. Kelly fighting a case, if they would have charged him with 10 acts of statutory rape, I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't say nothing. I'd be like, well, like them young girls. There you go.
You see,
same with Bill Cosby. You know, you like that unconscious coochie. There you go. Cool, I'm cool. Puff. If they charge him with federal assault for punching on Cassie, cool. They found guns in his house, scratch off serial numbers, cool. Charge him, whatever. I don't got nothing to say. But you can't tell me Puff Daddy is running a RICO. You can't charge me R. Kelly is running a RICO. You can't tell me that either one of these trafficking. Both of these two dudes are the most insecure dudes I ever met.
You think Puff is insecure?
So,
yes.
Yo, I just got weird of why they charged him with a RICO though. You know what I'm saying? I was with the same thing as far as the one man RICO thing, but they saying that the RICO charge comes involving because any of these
I know the legal terms of it, but I'm saying that's the problem.
No, what is it?
Uncharged co-conspirators. It ain't no uncharged co-conspiracy because it was some trash shit in the first place.
They dropped 22 charges
on nothing, and they don't use that often, and they've only used it recently.
They dropped 22 charges though.
Yeah,
they're gonna drop them in civil cases, and all of that is to make him look. You gotta understand how the criminal and the civil courts work together. No ceilings live, lunch hour. So the civil can taint the general public. Like everybody knows this, right? Like right what's happening with Smokey right now. Smokey, as soon as you accuse somebody of something, it makes you look guilty.
Do you think they're gonna try to RICO Smoke?
No, but now we at this place to where we got to talk about a man 73 raping somebody that's working for him every week. That's when they said he started 12 years ago, 2013. But so he's 73. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's some strong 73-year-old men.
Mm-hmm.
It's not impossible.
It was two of them.
It's not, but let me tell you my problem.
So 73-year-old Smokey,
and that started
both of them.
And that started at 76-year-old.
He laid the towel. He laid the towel out first.
Just listen. The second 76-year-old Smokey. That was the second girl. 76-year-old Smokey.
Okay, so she started off with fellatio on his grape.
Great. Yep. People like.
I've never graped. But and I don't know the psychology of a graper, but I don't know if they start off with fellatio in the beginning of a grape.
Again, I don't want to get into the thought of graping because graping is a lot deeper.
Yeah,
graping don't mean you take something. Graping means somebody didn't say yes. Y'all got to realize. Olivia, shout out to Olivia. Shout out to Tutuola. Shout out to Stabler. Grape is when you actually don't say yes. If a girl doesn't say yes to you,
is that a gray situation though? I mean, so she gotta say. So
she
what
has
if
to say yes?
What if all her everything she's doing says yes? Like
no. Grapes.
So
grapes. Feed it grapes.
I feel like a lot of people been on Grape Street then because
you're missing the point though. This is what I'm telling you based off of the laws that everybody want to have this moral high ground with. This is what I'm saying. This is why y'all think I'm a gang member. It's not that I want to go out and ruin people's life. I don't believe in illegal. So some of that shit dumb.
Oh yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Some of that shit dumb. And grapes is when a woman doesn't say yes. It's not when she says no. She don't got to say no. The lady in Tupac's grapes case, when Tupac's had the grapes, yeah, that lady just didn't say yes. She never said no. That's not part of the case.
That's interesting.
Y'all got to realize this is the nuance of that law. That y'all be trusting all these American laws where they can just take a rule and then make it work how they want to every time. And I'll be like, that ain't right. And y'all be looking at me crazy. Glass is defending R. Kelly. No, Glasses is telling you, I don't want no black man, the worst of us, being inappropriate charged. I don't care if he slept with whoever. I don't care if he married Aaliyah. That's his weird ass choice. That's his fucking choice. If it come with criminal time, he should be in trouble. If it don't, shut the fuck up. I don't got nothing to say about that. That's that man's choice. And if they charge him for that, that's fine. But you can't tell me he's running this criminal organization. They charge him with a racketeering, influence, and corrupt organization at R. Kelly.
So it's like what you say, like he ain't shit, but he ain't shit. You know, like we got to stand up for our own because it has opened the door. I feel like ever since R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, every day from the Young Thug to everybody is like, you know, every day is every week is somebody, you know, some empowered black man getting some type of charges.
But okay, so first of all, is smoke stuff, is that civil or is it criminal right now?
Civil.
Okay, civil.
Which is where I'm gonna get to that point. I got you. Just let me drive over there.
Okay.
I'm almost there. All right.
Okay. But don't you think that this has been happening? Don't you think this has been happening since the beginning of the time? Like, and I hate to say women, but it's a lot of time, mostly women. No, I'm saying like as far as a guy in power, they try to get some of his money or something like that by saying that they got raped or.
We're going to get into that. Let me just get through this. Shout out to Team King 254. Thank you for the $2. Smoking and drinking alters the thought, the thinking. I agree. That's why they can't look down at R. Kelly to me or Cosby. They all the same. Shout out to Sherry. Thank you for the $10. I don't know what's funnier. A dude on a birth control pill or a dude telling me his penis comes sober. It does. It's true. It's very much true. It's true. I believe in that. So again, it's one of those things, right? Where I believe I can fly. Yeah. And I told y'all when R. Kelly and all y'all heard was you defending R. Kelly. Listen to what I am saying. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. If they're charging him for statutory rape, if they're charging him for federal pornography with a minor, cool. I have nothing to say. Nothing. I don't got to say nothing. That's the right charges. Charging with stat. Charging with all the stuff. He ain't no fucking criminal organization boss. He ain't trafficked no girls.
He's not Al Capone.
And he is not guilty of no damn Mann Act. Same for Diddy.
Do you think Diddy has the criminal organization tag on him because of old boy that just got locked up for the Tupac shit? Do you think they're trying to like combine those situations?
Nah.
Oh, I know what he's saying.
No. Talking about Keefy
D.
Yeah,
no.
Keefy D case not a federal case though, right? It's
not even a state case.
What is Keefy D?
That's Nevada coming back like, oh, he's gonna get some press.
Keefy D might be the dumbest dude of all time.
Stupid.
Why you say that?
No comment. No shout out to him. No comment.
Exactly. I hope it work out for Keith too. But
shout out to Moo not asking about
he definitely went on tour.
Classes. Do you feel like there are celebrities that are involved in trafficking rings? Yes, there are some pimps in the business. There are some pimps, and yes, I believe so. Yes.
The laws are so like touchy now. It's like flying a girl out with the intention is.
And that shouldn't be. That's a spirit. See, that's the letter. And most people don't know this. When you see those laws and you see them and it be like a paragraph, no, that law is pages. There's a couple pages on that list.
Guess there go my chance to getting flown out.
Right, you waited too long to get
gotta
flew
get
out.
reimbursed when you get there.
Shout out to Fatima. She said, "Fact, I have to give consent and assent." That's why if you get somebody drinking, you can still end up with a bag of grapes.
Damn.
Because then at that point, you can say,
my mind
gave me too much liquor. My mind, y'all don't realize the nuance, but y'all don't. What that dude be on YouTube saying, y'all don't even get it. Y'all don't get it. Y'all be looking at me crazy, and I be telling y'all, I'm like, hey, we should say something about this R. Kelly thing. We should make them charge him correctly. Because you defending R. Kelly, shut the fuck up. All y'all like them damn songs. I didn't even like that pervert ass song. All y'all like them pervert songs. Y'all surprised everyone. 99 out of 100 R. Kelly songs are perverted.
They do sound good.
You remind me of 99.
I mean, the Piper was crazy. That was a crazy song. But
99%, everybody and their mama knew Diddy was a pervert. I knew that when R. Kelly came out when I was like 11.
You know what song sound crazy?
No, Diddy is not a pervert. Diddy is different. Diddy is a lust. He's a different type of lust because he be hot.
You don't think Diddy's a pervert?
No,
I think he's a little perversion.
Well, what am I saying?
What have you seen Diddy do that you feel he's there?
That sound crazy.
Which one?
I mean,
see, that's the thing. We got to go by our own experiences.
See what I'm saying?
See?
I'm going by stories.
So if I came in here and I said, "Ooh, coach, you's a cold freak," I done heard some stories about you, right? I can't just go by what people
Probably
say. Okay, well, that's topic for another
Shout
time.
out to Sherry Dennis. Diddy is innocent. R. Kelly is not. Neither one are guilty of running an organization of crime.
I'm with you on that.
Neither one is guilty of trafficking women, and neither one is guilty of the Mann Act. So no, they're not guilty. Diddy could be guilty of having guns in his house that have scratched off serial numbers. R. Kelly could be guilty of federal pornography with a minor. They're not guilty of the other shit. That's my problem.
So to the letter of the law of trafficking, though, are they guilty of that?
Yes, but the letter of the law decides when they do it. Like
that's true.
Letter of the law decides that if a girl does any, like you got to realize how easy they wrote that federal law. That federal law, again, is so simple. You're right. If you do fly, girl, if the flight is exchanged for vagina, that is federal trafficking.
So you saying when it comes to black people, they go to the back pages. They start looking through the law.
They start
looking through
because you got to realize what a DA is trying to do. They're building their cases and their brand based off of the higher profile people. That's how their name gets out there. So it's not like, it's not about just flipping an idea. It's a lot like MCing, where it's like, if I can make this work and I take this person down, it just gives me a higher profile.
Because now society looks at these people like they're guilty of everything.
And that's what it is. They be like, oh, we can make this work. That's what they did. Oh, we can make this work. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, it does fit like that's part of it. Reading. Like they are flipping the letter of these laws. They like, oh, it fit. But that's not what the law was created for. And that's how they get black people every time. Every time. Shout out to Montega. He got a point. He said, the pervert definition: alter something from its original course, meaning, or state to a distortion or corruption of what was first intended. Diddy is a pervert. I still don't think he's a pervert. What was intended? What was intended? So by that same standard, sex. But again, that's a moral standing.
Regular sex.
That's like saying everybody that's a homosexual is a pervert.
Yeah, that's a
damn. You could drop the pen in this room.
I'm just saying, who's gonna speak up?
But that's the point. Yeah. If you, and this is my issue, when you stay if you stand on a moral high ground of 2 picks, the wind is going to blow. Yeah. That's why I don't do that. That's why I don't do that. I don't stand on a moral high ground of 2 picks. I'm a Crip. So I'm not, listen, if Diddy likes pink cocaine and he want to buy and pay for vagina and he like people sleep with his old lady, whatever. If that floats your boat, whatever. That's your thing. I don't got nothing to say about that. Don't say nothing about this Crippin' though, for sure. That's how I feel about Smokey. More high ground of 2 picks. Feel me? That fast. And you might didn't do nothing. Just like most gang members ain't did nothing. You gotta stop thinking you better than poor black people. Gotta stop thinking you better than poor black people. Gotta stop doing that.
Considering Smokey poor black people?
No.
Smokey did. We think we the small.
Giving up hope. All of that.
That song is terrible.
That song is good. That's why I know it.
At what point, if you get raped by an 80-year-old man, is it your fault?
There's never a time to purchase a bag of grapes and it's your fault.
No, I'm just saying, like, at what point are you compliant to the 80-year-old graping you? I mean, like, you could have backpedaled
no way
to be compliant.
You can't do that about grapes. Like,
you could have backpedaled. Like, at what point?
Yeah, but you can't do that.
They said that this man was laying down a towel before. So as soon as Smokey go get the towel,
just take off
I'm
running.
like, oh, Smokey graping today. And I'm just gonna walk out. Like, he can't catch me. He's 80.
I know you're not trying to give women accountability.
Smokey got the grape towel out. Like,
I know you're not trying to give women accountability.
Excuse me.
I know you're not doing that.
Y'all done started some at the let's stay.
I know you are not trying to give women accountability. I know you are entirely too grown of a man to actually think you're going to give women accountability.
Have you ever been locked up in a woman's leg? Women's legs are the strongest part of their bodies.
I know you're not trying to make women accountable.
They saying that Smokey pried their young
Excuse
legs
me,
apart
glasses.
and raped them.
Excuse me, hold on, glasses. Excuse me, glasses. Some people need to get off your chest. So what do you mean?
I'm just saying every man knows you cannot hold women accountable.
What? Women, we hold us accountable.
Whoa, hold up.
That's just a lie.
That's
crazy. Y'all just wear makeup.
I don't even wear makeup like that no more.
Eyelashes. You don't even want to be accountable for your own eyelash.
Come on, guys.
He's like, let me adjust them up a little bit. You don't even want that accountability. Y'all wear weaves. You don't even be accountable for your hair.
You don't even know what a woman looks like until like 4 years in a relationship.
Yes.
You don't know what she really looks like.
Who is this motherfucker?
That's what I'm
with. I don't like none of y'all. Ain't getting nothing for Christmas.
But see, that's exactly. See, now here's accountability. It's like, I'm going to take
our fault.
So I'm just saying, to Coach's point, right? It's not okay. Shout out to Olivia Benson. Shout out to Tutuola. Shout out to John Munch. Shout out to all the SVU people from Law and Order. Yep, all the people.
My man.
They say women can freeze up.
Yes. And you don't know what somebody
40 something times. Like, how many times they think he graped them?
It can happen every time.
How many times have you been graped to know what it's like to be graped?
I've never been graped.
Exactly. So you can't speak
because I won't allow myself to be, especially not by no 80-year-old anybody.
Shout out to Go Rain and Lo-Fi. My wife acts like every problem we got is my fault. I'm a true testament to that. Facts. Laughing out loud. It's true.
And you're not getting nothing for Christmas either. And I'm going to tell your wife.
I think that the Smokey shit was more so to do with, you know what I'm saying, position of power right there. So if he's doing that to his assistants and like that, he ain't got to forcefully do nothing to him. He just the mental shit.
He probably got dementia and crazy now. Probably can barely walk.
Wait, what?
Probably do anything.
I'm saying he was their boss. He was their boss.
You know,
come on, Trap.
What's
I'm telling you guys, it do be position of power because I be seeing girls. They be going to the studio. They be doing stuff with people, and they be doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing because they feel like they really want this lifestyle so badly that they willing to just sacrifice themselves for it.
That's a sacrifice.
Well, that's against the law.
I've seen it.
And they wanted that.
Come on, Trap. They act like
I know you're not trying to. I'm not saying Smokey did it. Give women accountability.
They're gonna have to take it the way she talking.
Okay, all I'm saying is, I know I heard Six say he's seen it before. I've seen it before too, and I get what Barb and my boy Trap was talking about. But at what point, how many times you got to get great and still be the maid to know that you're not moving up the ladder? I'm
gonna answer. I can say that some women, when you already have lost something, it's hard to like for women to just leave because they feel like they're dealing with certain people so that they can get further in this industry. That sometimes it's like Stockholm syndrome, like how people are abducted by people and they still want to be with the man that kidnapped them for 20 years.
Stockholm syndrome is called compliancy. Like, so if I gripped you the first 2 times, and then after you seen you wasn't moving the totem pole, now we doing it. Now me and you are having sex. Like you don't get.
But they thought Smokey was gonna change their life.
It just doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work that way. It's not true.
That's the point, and I'm saying, like, I'm
when was
telling
this
y'all,
supposed to happen? What's the timeline on this? Because
The last time it happened was
73.
They said 2005. I think they said the first time was 2005.
No, that was somebody else.
That was somebody else.
They said
last year.
But what if we find out, like, if somebody was doing that at 75, they was doing that all their life? People don't just start raping people at 75. Graping. Sorry.
Barb, is somebody
30 minutes in.
with an 80-year-old Smokey grape you?
I know you are not trying to hold women accountable.
I'm just saying.
What are you doing?
Can he ask her the question?
No, we have already
stepping over.
So let's set some rules on this.
And graping him.
I'll be honest. You want my honest answer? Sorry.
Hold up. Y'all are new to the No Ceilings Live. The number one rule at No Ceilings Live is never hold a woman accountable. What are you doing? That's number one thought. I'm telling you the truth, Bar. Me and Pete got to write these rules. One of the number one rules is never ever try to hold a woman accountable.
Okay. Well, I can be held accountable.
No, you cannot. So never, Pete, Trap, no, never try to hold a woman accountable. Accountability in women is oil and vinegar. They do not go together. It's gas. It's separated.
So she would be lying if she ever answered that question.
You'll be a fool.
I just like eyelashes, but I don't wear makeup as much. When you called me and you said we look like Mulan. When you called us Mulan.
I kill people, but I don't kill them as much.
He said that we look like Mulan, and my life ain't been the same since.
Shout out to I Am Miss Tia. Shout out to Here We Go Sherry.
Here we go, Sherry. He said, here we go.
Come on, Sherry.
Trust me, if your husband or your boyfriend understood to not hold you accountable, your relationship will go so much smoother. If you try to hold a woman accountable, women don't understand consequence. They like, what?
But they never had to understand it. No, I'm saying women have never had to really understand real consequences.
So let's start.
Except when they get pregnant, have to push out the baby.
And then they gonna blame everybody else for that.
And then it's crazy because y'all get pregnant, push out the baby, and then the man get child support.
And so who's to blame for Smokey graping at 75 or 73?
The woman.
No.
But I'm
telling you. Listen, I'm saying, let's start here. You could never blame a woman. Please don't do that on No Ceilings Live. That's a counterproductive thing to solving problems.
That's terrible.
Oh my God.
It's a counterproductive thing to solving problems.
I can't stand y'all.
What?
That's not my rule.
That's the rule of No Ceilings Live at lunch hour. At the lunch table, you never hold a woman accountable. You'll never be able to solve anything.
Was you in the room making this rule up too?
Nah, I missed that day.
Thank you.
I called
I'm gonna sound like Coach. I'm gonna take one of Coach's lines. Is that a law for the world, or is that just a glasses law?
Glasses. He says this lunch hour.
We got lunch hour law.
Lunch hour law.
Hey,
me and Pete,
you gotta have a new lunch hour.
That's him and Pete got some ill rules though. They got some ill rules.
Me and Pete made these rules so we can actually solve problems.
You can slam everything around and no accountability.
Me and Pete made these rules so we could get to solving problems.
So we can actually solve problems.
If you start actually holding women accountable, you will never solve a problem.
So just got bypassed them.
And then too, when you remind a man about his accountability, then he can't take it either.
No, everybody, you don't have a choice.
We have no choice but to be accountable.
Yeah, you just, even if a man doesn't take accountability, you know what we call him?
What?
A bitch ass nigga.
Damn.
That's really true. If a man doesn't take accountability, if a man don't raise a kid, man, oh, bitch ass nigga only raises. We start immediately referring him to you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want him to be accountable for his son. If you said something to a nigga and you won't say it again, you know what we gonna call you? Bitch ass nigga, because we want you to be accountable for the things you said.
Okay.
I wonder if a 30-year-old man could come out and say that he got raped by an 80-year-old woman and that fly.
Hold on, Coach. Forward with your question you asked me, could an 80-year-old Smokey take it from me? He wouldn't have to.
Green eyes got you.
She can say anything the fuck she want.
Wow.
And we just go laugh.
Smokey Robinson.
What I'm trying to tell you, I'm telling y'all some really great gems in his life. If you want to solve problems, do not try to get whole women accountable. You're not gonna solve
these are facts, because even in spousal disputes, I've seen guys call cops on women and get laughed at.
Yeah. And they gonna call you, and when they roll up, bitch ass nigga called the police.
If
Oh,
somebody
bitch,
came up,
nigga
if somebody
called the
came up
police.
to us and told us his woman was whooping his ass, we probably call him a bitch. Like, what the fuck?
You let that, she letting her do
Nigga,
that.
you yeah. So
I'm just telling y'all some rules. Just start here. Some things like hip hop is street urban culture personified through the arts elements. That's a standard right there. Now, if we was going to debate that, that should be the whole premise of the idea. Just like holding women are not accountable. That's another no ceilings rule, lunch hour rule.
I don't believe that, but okay. I ain't just gonna live with that, but I'm gonna let y'all have that today.
If it's cold outside,
Bobby.
You gave her a gift and she don't even want it.
that's the thing. They want it and they act like they don't want
They
it.
don't even want it.
Okay, so
Wow.
I got you. So if it's cold
She gonna
outside,
be like the guys.
you with a guy, it's 40 degrees. Got your jacket because you was trying to look cute. That's how you forget your jacket. Try to look cute. And then he got a nice warm jacket on. What would you call him if he don't give you the jacket?
I'm not gonna call him.
Is he
that.
supposed to give you the jacket?
If he would like, we can share the jacket.
Is he supposed to give you the jacket?
Theoretically, yes.
Why is that a
But-
theory? What's the theory?
Because in the theory that he's supposed to be a gentleman and give me his jacket.
What
But
does gentle have to do with anything?
But he told you it was cold
in
outside.
reality, I've been in that situation because I don't be wearing a lot of clothes. And to me, I'm gonna get inside the jacket. So I'm gonna share the jacket with the
What if
nigga.
he's like, nah, this jacket's for me?
that's me.
My nigga's
Yeah,
not gonna
that's
tell me
what
that.
I'm
Yeah, you forgot your
But see,
jacket.
that's the difference. The difference is my nigga's not gonna tell me that.
You know why? Because he's not going to hold your ass accountable for not bringing a damn jacket. Because he probably told you to bring a jacket. Hey, boy, if you need to bring a jacket, it's going to be cold.
But she wanted
You
to
saw
look
that
cute.
outfit.
I'm
you was
good.
like, you need to see this outfit. Shit. I went and put this outfit together. They need to see this thing here. And then it was cold. Or here's another non-accountable thing with women historically. Again, I'm not a chauvinist. I'm telling you, this is why I understand. I understand women are above the law and the rules.
Okay.
Simple. If you hungry and a dude asks you, hey, you hungry? And you like, nah, I don't want nothing. He orders some food. And
Oh,
you
shit,
see
I
it
hate
and you
that
want to try
shit.
something, you
I
expect
hate
to
that
taste
shit.
it.
Yeah.
I
Trap,
can't stand
Trap,
that shit.
just share your food, Trap.
I can't
What, so you ain't
stand
gonna give her
somebody to
none?
pick off my plate. I can't stand
You know why I'm
somebody
gonna give
to
her
pick off my
some?
plate.
Because I'm not going to hold her accountable for telling that damn lie in the first place. So we live our lives not holding women accountable. So don't make it like I'm crazy because I bring it to no ceilings, lunch hour, to the lunch table. That's how we exist. I'm just honest with it and telling y'all we do not hold women accountable. So let's stop trying to do it here. Let's not look at these ladies that Smokey Robinson was with. Yes, they're 50 years younger than him. Yes, they probably could have ran. Yes, there's a million things. But let's start right here. Women are not accountable. So let's really go to solutions. The solutions is, what is the solutions? If you start saying what women could do, you are holding women accountable. It's counterproductive.
When's the last time Smokey had an interview? Anybody seen how his mental state is?
He had an interview
He listen to him all the time.
recently.
He's
I
sharp.
heard him
He just did one that with
He's still
1,500 or
sharp.
nothing. I saw a little clip.
What you
with
say,
him.
Trap?
Yeah. So he just had an interview. You know, he just put an album out like a couple weeks ago. He was doing an interview on Satellite Radio a couple weeks ago.
So he move around okay, and
He was sounding. He was sounding all that.
Yeah, shout out to Queen Lady Act
Must
TV.
move around pretty good.
At Sherry, facts. I think the message is mad at my powerful, tough, and unique female personality.
who said that?
That's
What
what
happened, Queen?
Queen Lady Act said.
Oh.
She said, Glasses is mad at my powerful, tough, unique, and female personality.
You gonna answer
Poor
that?
glasses.
What's the
She
comment?
had to come back at
That's
ADHD in a
about
minute.
anything
So, I don't
with
know.
glasses.
Y'all know.
Oh, you gonna literally just say that?
Y'all.
No accountability.
You want me to hold her accountable?
Hey, no. Hey, y'all know if Glasses say something I don't agree with, I'll speak up on it. Hey, Glasses speaking all facts today. Like this is
You want me to hold her?
Oh,
you want me to
because
hold
he
her
wants to
accountable?
talk about women.
this is the clearest he's ever spoken. Like
I want me to hold her accountable?
Oh, he got the voice back today. Him
Y'all
back.
hold her
Huh?
accountable?
Him back
Yeah.
today, huh?
Y'all want me to hold her accountable? Y'all want me to tell her exactly?
ask,
Y'all get mad when I hold Sherry accountable.
ask Emmett Till if they holding women accountable.
Listen,
Sherry, like your sister, is different.
and this is what she said.
I'm
Don't
just
bully
saying.
me, Glasses. That's what
crazy.
Queen Lady X said. Don't bully me.
Oh, she going to that?
Wow.
She going to that?
I thought Rico
You
big
do
dumb.
not hold women accountable. So if we want to solve what Smokey got going on, we got to talk about things like the fact that you keep filing a civil suit without actually ever having to file a criminal suit.
That's crazy too.
That's the problem.
And you know, it's something wrong with that because most civil suits are run at a higher rate after they win in the criminal case. So if you know they skipped the criminal case and just went civil, you know it's always something smoke there now.
There's no criminal case.
You know something.
No,
there.
they said it could possibly get picking up as a criminal case though. They mentioned that.
I
The
know,
government trying to get their bread back.
That's if it's an uproar. And
but
they
a
make
way
documentary about it.
a way higher percentage of civil cases get you win your civil case at a way higher percentage if you win in your criminal case first. If you take a criminal first, so why most people don't take a criminal first then go civil if that's the best way to win your civil case?
That's not what
Because they want the
happened to
money,
OJ.
money. That's why.
Exactly.
OJ got bopped on the civil case and he won his criminal.
I'm not saying it never happens. I'm just saying that
Shout out
it's a
to
higher
Gary
rate.
with the text. Men don't hold themselves or their homies accountable. Smokey should know better. Except gangbanging is all about accountability, which you complain about men holding each other accountable.
I think men are hold each other accountable the most out of any.
First off, her whole premise of being against gangbanging is a bunch of men holding each other accountable. You said what about you did what to
Hold on, let me scoot over.
This
Lightning
accountability at the highest level.
Hey,
hold on, lightning about to come.
When men get together and start talking, we cannot say shit without another dude holding somebody accountable. If I come in there and say something crazy right now, if I say something now, Glass is gonna jump on me. If Glass say something crazy, I'm gonna jump on him. We ain't. If men get together and we start talking, all we do is hold each other accountable. All conversation.
What man?
All conversation.
Boy,
why you letting that? Why you letting her do that to
you?
you? Why you doing it? Why you? That's all we talk about. Hey, why you doing? What nigga? What are you serious? Are you doing that? Like that's all we talk about. That's all we do. Women getting there co-signing everything that homegirl doing.
I don't know why are you trying to argue this point, Bart?
Because not all women are like that.
Women do.
A lot of women are, but not all. Like you gotta still give us a little
Bart.
bit of credit.
That nigga ain't
Why,
shit.
Bart?
He ain't this.
Why?
All they do
You
is
know you
co-signing
don't want to
homegirl.
be held accountable. You know you don't do that.
I do like.
Why do y'all have to do this? Like I'm giving y'all the easy route. Why are you fighting to take the hard route when you don't want to take the hard route? You don't want to take accountability as a true route. You don't want to have to do it. You don't want somebody to say, well, you know what? You got pregnant. Ain't no child support. That's on you.
And I wasn't tripping.
You're missing the point. You don't want it to be that way.
Yeah. But
So then accept this life where people don't expect much from you. Because if you start asking for this accountability, it's heavy, Barb. Like
you know what, you're right, because I feel like I go hard to try to make sure that I have a different type of experience on how I present myself, because I know there's a lot of people who don't have accountability, you know. So I do understand what you're saying. I just feel like y'all got to give percent out there that's not all like everybody. You can't just say women across the board. Just say some. Say some.
Every woman wants to live a life of unaccountability. That's the goal. That's the focus point. No man can live like that.
Okay, I'm out. I'm out there. I ain't gonna say every woman.
Every woman wants to be taken care of. That's what success in their structure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying will they not help you. I'm telling you success in their social structure is to be taken care of.
I was waiting for it.
Oprah Winfrey is not as successful as Michelle Obama to women.
Really?
Unless you come from poor places. Shout out to I Am Mrs. Tia. We're wired different. It's not our fault. I agree. And see, it's not our fault.
I think we got at least 3 or 4 women out there in the world. A little different.
Nah.
But do you think they
said no?
Hold on.
I remember a time when I didn't like accountability, but I do remember a time where I just wanted to be a better version of myself, so that when people told me things about me, I took heed to it. So there is like I say, I do agree with you, but there's just some people that get to a point where they just want to be a better version of themselves. But for the most part, there is a culture that people just want to don't give us no accountability.
Yeah, but
it's
the
a self thing.
But God damn it, I did not want to have this conversation.
Never mind.
With this silliness.
Well, go ahead.
Okay. Listen, everything about a woman's existence is so socially. Now, again, every woman could have a unique stance, but socially, it's rooted in not actually being happy with who you are, but altering who you are to be happy. Right? Like if they don't like their hair, they're gonna add weave. If they don't like their eyelashes, they're gonna add eyelashes. They don't like their face, they're gonna use makeup. Everything. And then that's how it's built. They wear a waist trainer, they wear girdles, they wear 1,000 things to actually not be accountable for who they are. And this is simple. I don't even have to go into the mind of it.
This dude's in waist trainers now.
And you know what we call them?
Yeah.
Bitch ass niggas.
Okay. All right, I
I'm
accept
not
glasses.
talking shit. It's not nothing.
I got a
We
question.
love it
I
about.
take glasses.
We love it for women. We love it for them. We appreciate it. We love them for it. But let's be honest. The way you solve things is not by holding women accountable. You solve things by making adjustments around it. You don't solve things by holding women accountable. You just don't.
What up, Six?
That's true. Okay, you won.
Is there a correlation between accountability and insecurity for women then?
No, because
okay.
only reason trap, they don't necessarily do it because they're not happy with something.
I think
like
what it is
women that
that
get weave for the fact of the manageability of it.
Exactly.
Right. So it's not necessarily the insecure with their hair length or their hair texture. They also could get it because it's easy to manage.
But what
But
about
if King came with a weave because he didn't want to get haircuts and he came with just a fro that was all grown up and he braided it under, we'd be talking shit about it. I talk shit. Listen, I talk shit about Steel because he
I'm
dyed
minding my own business.
Steel used to dye his beard.
Okay.
Steel used to dye his beard.
From gray?
Me and Joey used to talk so much shit to him about it. He stopped doing it.
So if I dye my shit, you'll talk shit?
Bad.
Oh, that's
You
why.
are a girl.
That's why I don't dye my shit.
Dudes
Just wear
do
it
not
like
let
it
other
is.
dudes get away with shit.
So basically, that's what I'm saying.
Really
So
trying to
it's hot.
throw us off.
So if a guy dyes his shit, like the spray thing, right? Like how we seeing dyes spraying the
We
hairline.
make fun of Fat Joe all the time. All the brothers make fun of Fat Joe. 100 jokes for Fat Joe. Everybody, even if we don't do it publicly, we'd still do it publicly. We got 100 jokes for Joe. Oh man, we got 1,000.
So when your beard turned gray, you're not dyeing it.
My beard got some gray now. I'm not done shit.
I'm talking about when it looked like the back of your Apple computer.
I'm gonna be the man with it.
Just say when it look like mine.
Okay,
you got a little bit of sprinkle of black.
You know,
I want my shit to go.
Y'all don't see a girl on TV and be like, "Look at that weed. She got all that dumbass shit in it." Y'all don't say that. Y'all make that weed cost $7,000.
No, sometimes we do, depending on what it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, you tripping now? Girls are also the biggest haters in the world.
I'm not saying the design of the hair.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like
Just
how
the
we
thought.
would say,
Yeah, the thought.
you're being insecure if you dye your shit. That's kind of a common thing amongst men. That's not a common thing for women. They don't really care about that. They care more about the statement itself. That hairstyle look dumb, or that weave ain't done right. They glued that shit. They should have had it sewed in. And also, a lot of women do things also based off economics. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Economics to go back to the Smokey Robinson thing. It's like the ladies, we don't know what was going through their mind, but we also know that people go through things that they go through in life for status of economic wealth, and they want people to change their lives. And right now, we live in a clout chasing world that it's like, this man may have did something to me I don't like, but I've already gone through it. What's the reward for it at the end?
Well, the reality is they're trying to get money. They're suing him for $50 million.
So did they and Shannon opened the door for that.
Did they get fired or something?
Shannon,
or what made them
open
stop
for
working
them.
for Smokey?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they stopped working for him or if he got fired. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm wondering after so long, what made them all of a sudden say, "Hey, we want to come after him"? Now?
My question is there anything that could be done to avoid stuff like this?
No.
Nah.
Not hire women.
We don't have enough people that's speaking up for it. So that if we don't have enough people speaking up for it, I see now, like when I thought about back in the day, if somebody went to jail, people used to be outside the station and protesting and saying something. Now people, we be way over here like, shoot, that's sorry for that Negro.
On everything. And that's how they did R. Kelly to me. Like instead of them making the charges be correct, they was like, well, you know what? He did marry Aaliyah. He did pee on that. Bro, the charges still need to be correct.
People in the. Oh, sorry.
No. I was just saying. Let me change that. Not because I said not hire women. That was crazy.
That was crazy. That's why I let it go.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was crazy. That was actually crazy because men will do it too. But I think that door is just wide open. It's gonna stay.
Yeah, there's no way because anybody could lie. Anybody could tell the truth. It's just.
I think anytime somebody think at the lick in front of them, like you can get paid or you can get some money, especially when their time might be coming to an end, and you working with somebody who has money. It seems like that door is open to go ahead and say that. $50
million is out there.
But
Shannon
the mindset of easy
that.
money now. Everybody wants easy money now. Nobody don't want hard money. They want the easiest way they can get money now.
What if they telling the truth?
Oh, let me ask you, do you think they telling the truth?
I tend to want to believe women. I just struggle.
Here we go again.
my mind can't really, I'll be honest, my mind can't really imagine somebody of that age doing that to a young or a younger 40, 30, 40-year-old woman. That's hard for me to understand.
So you can't imagine them doing that physically? You think it's
I just don't think he could really
articulate that to that degree.
You know what I mean?
What about you, Trap? You think it really happened?
Trap,
are you asleep? What do you do?
My bad. No, I was checking the text. My bad. What's up?
Hey, do you think that really happened? You think these women got raped by
Smoke? I like to in any situations, I'll go towards the women. The women, if she say it happened, then I like to say yeah. You know what I'm saying? Until it's proven otherwise. Then
okay. I got one follow-up question, Trap. So you think a 76-year-old Smoke raped you? So you could see that happening. You think that really happened?
So like I was saying, it could be done. It don't have to be done within like a forceful way. So I was saying the position of power could be a sense of you know what I'm saying, forcefully doing it. Yo, if you don't do this right now, you're gonna lose your job. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
So then have to be
we can actually go to the laws, and my thing is I would have a problem with that law.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I don't like the concept of position of power, because by that same standard, again, relatively so, it would be position of beauty. Like men use their power like women use their beauty.
Yeah,
I could. What? But go ahead.
I feel like what was really guilty of people is people who are in position of power, seeing other Black people go through things and feeling like, well, that's not me. I remember when stuff was happening in the beginning, it would be certain rappers saying like, when people was getting killed by the police, certain rappers were like, well, that wasn't me. You know, I'm not a part of that community. And now we get
Which
to see.
rapper said that?
It was one rapper. I forget who it was. I'm gonna research it, but I remember when it was some Choose Brutality. I remember that. I'm gonna figure out who it was, but I remember that the police, somebody got killed by the police, and one rapper or artist, they was asking him about it. He was like, well, you know, that really don't have nothing to do with me.
Oh, you talking about Thug?
Okay, there we go. Right.
Thug said that.
So
Yeah,
my point
like,
is, Thugs. See, I knew I wasn't tripping. I didn't want to say Young Thug. I wanted to make sure
We
I was
still
right.
putting them on blast.
But then look what happened later.
We did at that time. Everybody.
So what I'm saying is that we have this thing where another Black person is going through something, and we look at it like that ain't us. And then years later, we see how they trumped up charges and put him in jail, and he got his own part. Like we all can go through something and be injustice. So I feel like people have to like kind of have a mindset of knowing like, okay, Smokey Robinson, he was a pioneer in the music industry. Black people have been going through stuff and he ain't said nothing. And then now I feel like now he's going through something. I feel like everybody have to be careful of like when you point the finger at other people, because it can point right back at you.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Okay.
I think Glasses made a great point about that beauty thing. Do we think it should be a law for a woman sleeping on the way up to the top?
No, I don't.
Are you asking me, should women be held accountable?
Okay, my bad. I forgot. First,
started with
number one rule. I'm sorry.
Rule number one at the lunch table: never hold women accountable.
Number two. Number two.
Yeah.
On the wall.
My bad. I forgot.
You're my fault.
Never hold women accountable.
We got to get a New Testament.
You know what? I'm gonna ask some. I got some too.
I think Smoke too old to fully understand everything that's going on.
He too old.
Yeah.
I think Smokey might want to grape them, but I just don't think he can get it out. I don't think he can physically do what he might in his mind. He probably graped him 47 times.
It's hard for me to understand a man at that age.
Coach, you on one today?
Being able to physically, he tripping.
Yeah, like what's wrong with him?
What? Okay,
you got a pocket today.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
It may be physically. I can't imagine physically Smokey being able to buy a bag of grapes, bro.
I just saw him a video of him walking across stage the other day.
I know, and it looked crazy.
How was he walking? Okay, or what? How was he walking?
It was a picture when he was on stage performing, and he looked.
It's a video of him walking
like he couldn't walk or nothing, right?
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Smokey
that's
just
what I'm saying. He don't have the strength to do all
album,
that.
Man. So like, come on,
that,
man.
that album he put out a year ago or something was terrible. He was just talking about sex the whole album. It's out of pocket.
The title of it was crazy.
What title?
I got it. It was really wild.
Yeah, the title ain't gonna look good with what he going through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't say that.
Yeah,
don't say that.
I ain't finna turn smoking.
Number one.
Hey, like, just imagine if they turn all them songs that we liked and
Oh yeah, it's
be a horrible thing.
His album is called Gasms.
Oh,
Smokey named it that?
I just spit my water out.
2023, bro.
Gasm.
hey, I might change my stance.
Baby, come gasm me. Yeah, baby. Come
Yeah, I might rethink.
You know what?
Yeah, baby, come gasm me.
No, we got an inspiration that.
Gasm me, baby.
Yeah, he was gassing between their legs.
I don't know, man.
Don't be gassing.
Oh,
And I
shouldn't have said that.
I hate to say
Once
this.
he
I hate
got
to say
that
this because
gangster's R&B song,
I got
that's
jokes.
He been on this earth a long time.
Smoking
I hate
that
to say this
weed.
because I plan on being an 88-year-old man one day, but I don't think Smoke can gasm any. He just named it that. Like, Smoke ain't
He
giving
doing a
out no
bunch of hip
gasm.
rolls on stage.
Man, they got Viagra and all that stuff you could be doing.
Yeah, that was him. I saw that. It wasn't hip rolls.
So let me be the judge of that.
I don't
He
think
said
what,
he was on
Hey,
stage.
hey,
I don't
hey,
think
hey.
what Smoke was doing on stage could give nobody no.
Hey, the last song on the album
Oh man.
is called "I Fit in There."
Yeah, it's not
Oh
helping
yeah,
me.
he getting older. You know what? What if he getting a little C now to where he started telling on himself
We
now?
got another R.
Yeah.
Kelly about to happen.
I know who's R. Kelly's. We know who's R. Kelly instructor. His
Man.
professor.
Crazy title, though.
We don't
All
even
right,
know.
hold on, D
Smokey
Lawless.
telling on himself, huh?
Hold on, D Lawless.
I'm
D
doing
Lawless
jokes.
said, "What about Madonna though?" D Lawless, the number one rule at the lunch table is never hold women accountable.
How many likes we got?
Never hold women accountable, D Lawless. Please don't bring up a woman. Yes, it looks weird if 56-year-old Shannon Sharp is messing with 19-year-old, 20-year-old girls. It doesn't look weird if Madonna at 60-something is messing with guys in their 20s. You cannot compare the two. She has a vagina. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't see the obvious that the whole world knows you don't hold a woman accountable.
Well, we give life, so we should get a little bit of extra
We
bargaining
don't even
chips.
hold women accountable in the bed. You know how many pillow princesses is getting away with murder?
Well, we sorry.
Getting away with laying down.
That was
I
an
was
evil ass
lazy
laugh.
as hell.
If you go with a woman to a gas station, she could be in her car
Suck her teeth.
Right.
and she out there pumping her gas, everybody gonna look at you crazy.
Hey, that happened to me one day. Like I took somebody out. She pumped. So because I'm like this, but if I take you out, you might have to pump gas. And somebody tried to comment on it.
Yeah, he's single.
I might have to comment on that.
Hold on.
He's single. He's single.
You sat in the
Yeah,
back
he's single.
and she pumped it with his driver. Which one
He's
was it?
single.
Man.
I'm sorry.
You are a
saying,
Drake. You
what
are a
is that?
Drake ass nigga, man. That's crazy, man.
You was
What?
driving.
He called you a
got
bitch
out
ass
and pumped the
nigga.
gas.
Drake
I
ass.
respect
Oh.
that, coach. Coach, I respect that right there, B.
Thank
You
you.
respect that trap.
So when a
I
girl
mean,
go out with you, she gotta pump your
encourage-
gas.
So if I pay for everything, if I pay for the day,
go pump that gas, B. That was it right there. You tell her to
Man,
go do it. She can do it herself.
hey, you know what the crazy thing is? A girl came up with that for me. Like a long time when I was younger, I paid for everything, and I went to the gas station. She said, "You know what? You did everything. I'm gonna pump the gas." And I said, I'm about to.
That's different,
Hey,
though.
you-
That's
but
different.
But
That's
then I put that into my
But that's
Yeah.
different.
Hey, that's
Wait,
how.
wait.
No, but see, that's different. She wants to pump the gas to help you. You can't say no, but I'm not gonna ask her to go pump gas while I go pay for it.
everybody got asked to pump gas.
I'd rather pay for
So
everything.
shorty leaving the crib. Shorty leaving the crib, and you just go, yo. Yeah.
If y'all believe you can hold women accountable, why don't you make her pay for her own stuff?
I will. No
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't mind paying for my girl stuff.
Why? I'd
I'm
rather
saying
pay
if
for
you
my.
okay with holding women accountable, then why you don't make her pay for her own stuff?
I don't hold women fully accountable.
So
Only
why is
certain
everybody
things I
looking
try
at me?
to.
That's the problem. See, you in no man's land.
Certain things, yeah.
Oh,
That's why I'm single. I'm in no man's land. Everything in no man's land.
See, y'all just ain't had it. When you have something that's worth all that, you do all that.
Women be talking.
What's
crazy.
worth it?
Women be hearing people like me in glasses and say oh, that's why they single. Come on, bro. Like,
I ain't got nothing to say.
man, come on.
Who said that?
I'm the smartest nigga in the world.
Bar. That's why we say
I am the smartest nigga in the
Women would say
world
that-
because
women say
I
that
actually
shit.
know you cannot hold women accountable.
So that's why. Well, we're gonna get y'all together because
All the rest of y'all trying to hold women accountable. This is where y'all in y'all situation. You're gonna find yourself in bad situations. Daughter, old lady, everything.
So what should Smokey Robinson do? Because he can't hold them accountable, right? So what should he do?
So the thing with Smokey is Smokey's in a really bad place because it's like he could have not done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He could have not even slept with the girls.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Right? Like we don't even know what happened.
So there is no solution.
Well, the solution is y'all got to start protesting these people when they doing the wrong thing so they can stop playing with everybody. What helps is the solution is you got to stop letting them mistreat other black people because you think that the other black people deserve it no matter what happened.
So how would you do that in this situation?
You waited too long. You should have stood up for R. Kelly when they was charging him like he was fucking.
There you go. Preach.
So there is no solution for this one.
It's too late now. This is what you get. And they just said the same thing about Byron Scott. Byron Scott, they said he slept with a girl 38 years ago. He was 20 something. She was in high school and they was in the
Not
car.
Byron Scott.
I didn't even hear about that.
Not Byron Scott.
I
That's
didn't
a
hear
very
about
good
that
friend of
either.
I
mine.
didn't hear about that.
That's what they said about Byron Scott.
Wow.
Damn.
Yep. And nobody, because you know why? It all started.
No
You could have
statute of
said something about R.
limitation.
Kelly. Well, you could have said something and you could have made them do the right thing. You didn't.
Now
You
they
thought
coming
you
for
thought to
Negroes.
yourself you was morally upstanding on your little toothpick platform, and y'all just let them do that man anything to that man. Y'all didn't make that man, so now they gonna come after everybody we love. They'll come after everybody we love. They're gonna come after everybody we love because we didn't make them stand up right. We should have made them charge. If they said what he did, that's what he did. Then charge him with statutory rape, charge him with federal pornography with a minor. That's what we should have did. We should have stood up for him. We should have stood up for Diddy. Diddy should not be at no trial for no damn RICO case or no goddamn trafficking. We should have stood up for him and let him, hey, you know what? You found the guns with the scratch serial number. That's what you should charge him with. You want to charge him with federal assault? Fine. Charge him with that.
I agree with everything you're saying, but I kind of feel like the Smokey thing might be a little something different.
No, I'm telling you, I told Trap this about a year and a half ago, 2 years. This is where it's going. Because if they don't see Black America is woke and paying attention, they could do anything to us. And now they doing anything to us. Anything. Byron Scott's case, the girl said it happened 40 years ago. Now, we don't know what happened, but this is what they said.
So she's traumatized now and wants reparations or something.
Money.
Reparations.
And it's crazy because a lot of the times, a lot of people just be in their feelings and use the laws, and it's fucking it up, messing it up for people who really are going through stuff and who really have been raped and really have gone through stuff, you know. So we can't mess it up for the people who've actually really going through it. So, you know, I guess we got to get it together as a society.
And it starts, a society is judged by how it treats its worst.
Facts.
A society, and this is not the solution. Shout out to Sherry. Dear fella, stop sleeping around and wipe someone up to avoid all this. It's not going to avoid all of this. That's not how you avoid it.
Bill Cosby
being accountable of what you do.
You can get charged with rape in your own marriage.
Yeah. It's about integrity.
That's not the solution. The solution is not none of that. The solution is you got to make the criminal system and the civil system have and act like they got some sense. Because if you let them just do anything, they're going to do anything to people that look like us.
And a lot of the times people just leave room for error by a lot of people have situations and they doing other things. We have to just be accountable of having integrity that when nobody can see what you're doing, you still need to make sure that you're accountable for how you show up. Because a lot of people see that there's nobody around. They do the little freaky stuff. And then it comes out later and it's like, no, stop doing things behind closed doors that you can't stand on.
But it's not even that. We don't even know what happened. You see, what I realize is, one, that's not going to fix it. Even Sherry saying, if more black men were married, this wouldn't happen. Marry a good woman, Plain and simple. That's not a solution. Because first off, good in women is a contradictory statement.
What?
That's a contradictory statement. You can marry a great woman or a bad woman. You're not going to marry a good woman. Great woman or a bad woman. It sounds some old crazy shit, but it's true. Women are on another level of shit. They damn near play God on the planet Earth. That is not the solution. That's not the solution. It don't work that way. You could be with a woman could get mad, don't want to be with you, and take everything half. Is she still a good woman? No. And you don't have to do nothing wrong, but she just over it, and it's just time. There's no such thing. That is not how you fix it. You don't fix women to fix the problem. You fix the damn problem. The problem with this is the fucking system. I keep telling y'all this. It's the system.
The system is broken.
It's definitely the system. We all can agree and say that you're right, that it is the system for sure. But it's how we view the system. We have to realize that we play a part in the system too. That us not saying something, silence is silence speaks for itself.
Which is what I've been saying to y'all this whole time. If we didn't speak with R. Kelly, a society is judged by how it treats its worst. So Black America, Black society is judged by how we let these people treat the worst of us. So even if we see R. Kelly as the worst, which is ridiculous, fucking cats just lying, right? But let's say that's the worst. If we let the system mistreat him, they're going to mistreat the worst of us. They're going to pop Smokey up at 86 years old and be like, yeah, Smokey, you was doing this. And they're going to have press conferences. And every news channel in America is going to run it, knowing that's going to damage his brand permanently. They're going to drag Diddy in the court for buying vagina.
Is it going to damage his brand? His last album was called Gas.
But look how society played a part in Young Thug's case. I feel like society was really in his business.
Spoke for him.
Hip-hop spoke for him, and that is why he is free. And now he see why he does. When he said that it don't have nothing to do with him, he realized it do have something to do with him. The same way that people spoke up for you, and that's how you came home. That's why you need to make sure you speak up too now, and it has something to do with you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really think black celebrities need to be speaking up more than anybody, because they the ones that seem like they in danger the most right now.
And they hold power.
And they do hold power.
I'm telling y'all, we need to stand up for Black people like people used to stand up for Black people. You can't just be Black when it's cool. You can't just be Black when you think it's approved by white people. You got to be Black all the time. And being Black means watching white people. I got my eye on you, white person. I got my eye on you, system. I see you charge Puff Daddy with that. I understand with non-charge. That's cap. Show me, prove it. Protesting, standing up. Hey, right, fair treatment.
So you think right now we should get together and protest for Smokey?
Now it's too late now. We just look dumb. Where you be protesting at?
Wait, why is it too late?
Because it's not. You don't have nothing. The people you should have protested would have made America wake up.
Wait a minute. So you think it's too late now? All the way it's too late. We can't do nothing.
That's what you're gonna do. Protest at the civil court, at the civil. Who you protesting against? You're not. There's no system to protest.
No, Smokey need to handle that shit the way Hov did.
A private lawyer charging his private case.
If they charge them criminal,
Coach said he going out to stand out there, so he said standing down. 10 toes down.
I'm saying you go out there, but I'm saying who you gonna protest? Attorney's office?
Well, I'm not protesting.
Hey, come to Idaho and protest my case.
Oh my God, you was just with it, y'all. That's what you see how Black people are. Black people are. He just said he was gonna protest it.
I don't like to stand up for long periods of time. But
shout out to Halim Asen. When women stop running out on men for materialistic ideologies, then we might be able to move the needle a bit. This, I know you. The number one rule at the lunch table is do not hold women accountable. Please stop finding solutions and women making adjustments. That's just not how that works.
Anyways.
Stop doing that, please. Please.
So what is the solution, Glass, as well?
I keep saying it. Shout out to Queen Nadiac TV. She says, protect celebrities, Christians, business professionals, classy women, and wives.
Okay, so
what about the hoes?
We can't protest now. So you just saying it's lost now. We just lost this battle. It's over. It's all right.
Here goes Coach.
It's not we lost the there's no battle. There's no battle with no battle with Smokey, right?
No, not just Smokey. I'm just talking about for it to not happen again. What
should have happened is we should have actually let the system know we were watching them and their treatment of Black men.
Okay.
Should have let them know that. But now that we missed it, now you can go file a civil case.
Glasses.
Well, we did miss it. Puff Daddy
Yeah,
them tried.
We can always stand. It was certain slaves that was not standing against slavery, and at some point they got it together and did it. So we have generational things going on within us that we know that it ain't never too late for us to stand up. I can't stand on that.
Coach made a good point when he said earlier, like usually it's a criminal case than a civil case, but like Glasses said,
Exactly.
we turned away so bad that they say fuck even a criminal case. Let's just go after them civilly and ruin everything the same way.
Oh.
So I understand what you're saying, and like you said, they bypass the criminal part now.
Yeah,
because we said nothing in the beginning about the criminal.
So because they know the power is in the money, so they know they go after the money. That's what is going to cripple them.
What I'm asking is how do we save Snoop Dogg? How do we save
when the next opportunity happens? I'll tell you.
We can't jump out in front of it.
No,
we can't.
They have to start being more vocal. To see, being vocal is what is a deterrent from people bothering you. So people need to be vocal about what's going on in their everyday lives in their community now, so that they know, like, oh wait, Negroes is woke. You feel me? But if they keep doing stuff and ain't nobody saying nothing, ain't nobody do nothing.
I keep telling Coach he could protest my case in Idaho.
Yeah, Coach. Why
Damn.
I don't.
Shout out to Queen Lady Act. Shout out to Queen Lady Act TV. Glasses, but you do hold us women accountable when you lecture us.
Yes, you do.
And then she said, "Don't bully me, Glasses."
Well, who she keeps saying?
Why she keep saying bully?
Me talking to you is not me holding you accountable. It's
But
not really holding you accountable, because I'd be like, Barbie, this is what you did wrong. I've never told a woman this is what you did wrong.
You have to. I feel like it's good that you do. You have held me accountable and telling me what I could do better.
Barb, I'll be honest with you. I have never in my life told you what you did wrong. Even if I know you did something wrong and somebody said Barbie did something wrong, I would not come waste my time trying to tell you what you did wrong. You're gonna try to find a way to justify it. It's not on. I'm not talking shit. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be funny.
I'm saying you do tell women what they could do better. No,
I tell them how they're dealing with me when we doing business. This is what I want done. Like Queen Lady Act, right? Her whole rap was, oh, it's racist, the LA racist. I'm like, and she was really talking about the war between
blacks and Mexicans,
between Florence's and East Coast. And I had to explain to her that was over drugs. Like I had to explain that to her. I wasn't correcting her. I'm saying, hey, just so you know, here's information. That started over like almost 100 birds being stolen from the Florences. Right? And I explained that to her. That's not me holding her accountable. Holding her accountable, you need to stop talking when you dead wrong. Use a fucking lie. That's holding her accountable.
When you said women need to make sure that they know why they want to go to somewhere and not just want to go because they want to go. You remember that when you was talking about somebody wanting to go to the cathedral or something? You're like, they didn't even know what the hell for. So
I remember that.
So in ways you do tell people how they could be better.
No, I give you something to have. I don't correct you. Like if a girl tell me she want to go to the cathedral, I'm not gonna be like, why? I know why. She want to take a picture for Instagram. I know why she go there. I know why women go to steakhouses don't even like steak. They just want to take a picture in front of the sign. So what I would look like telling the motherfucker that's doing that about nothing. Women want cars. They don't know nothing about the first thing about the designer, the maker, nothing. That's like women, like kids like Jordan. Never saw Jordan in their life. Yeah, you heard about Jordan. Don't know what college he went to. Don't know nothing.
So what you think about the term when they say like that women move off emotions, men move off of logic?
No, men are more emotional than women, but women just kind of have the luxury of non-accountability, so they could just live in emotions. They still make some logical. They try to make logical decisions. They do. They try sometimes.
Y'all lucky we ain't got no stairs.
Why?
By Cosby pushed down.
I might.
Oh. That's moving up emotions though, right there. See.
And nobody would really do it.
Thank you, Trap.
What's crazy is if you pushed him downstairs, you'll get in court and they'll talk about how he kicked your ass for years and that made it okay.
Nah, I wouldn't touch Barb.
You know, it's okay. It's okay, Trap, because I know it's some stairs.
That's not what I said. I didn't say that you actually hit her and that's why you pushed her.
Oh, okay.
This is
he's saying that's the luxury and privilege that I have. And Trap, all them stairs out there on the East Coast, I'm gonna push you down some stoops. Yeah, I got you.
Man. No, please no.
Men,
it won't be logical.
Men have wars over women because men don't want to hold women accountable. So if your old lady went and slept with somebody else, instead of you killing her, you're gonna kill the person he slept with because you're not gonna hold her accountable.
There's gonna be a lot of mad women at Glass.
Or somebody,
I don't know why would they
somebody buys a bag of grapes and y'all talking about what the women should have did or could have did instead of thinking.
That's why I stopped him right in the tracks.
I ain't like that.
Stop him right in the tracks. Hey, coach, do not hold women accountable. I stopped coach right in the tracks. I said, hey, coach, don't do that on this show. Do not start talking about what women could have did in situations to help themselves.
Yeah, I'm finna get them fired up.
Don't do that, coach. Don't find yourself in that conversation.
His Instagram is
Wolfpack_prime.
Shout out to Oldest for $10. They do RICO because the DAs aren't good, gives the prosecutors leeway. They get away with it because it's against black men. I don't even think Epstein got a RICO. Facts, Otis. That is true.
And Epstein, but we know he was running it.
People always say that I don't introduce y'all, and I call y'all by your name, but again, a woman said that to me. She's like, "Well, I don't even know who nobody is." I'm like, the person I keep calling Coach all the time, his name's Coach.
All right, let her.
Person I reference is Barb. Person I reference is King. Person I reference is Six. But I guess I need to put a little logo right there or something.
Or like maybe just
or like supposed to be there. It's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, it should have it like under the pictures.
Let me see.
That's because the band is. It's probably because the band is there.
Glass is an old man.
But he had to do it up there. He had to do it up there for them too, though.
Okay, y'all follow me.
He old in his mind, like
I like being unknown like that.
There you go.
You know.
Yeah.
But my man King is also old man.
Like I said,
what's your
unknown.
actual Instagram, Coach?
Well, I don't have an Instagram actually, but I do have I have my team Instagram. It's Wolfpack_prime.
Wolfpack_prime. Let me put that in there.
There, huh?
IG.
I know, yeah. Hey, don't attack me there, guys. It's for the kids. It's for the kids.
_prime. Bar. Put your IG in the chat.
You know what, Glasses? You're gonna mess around, make me have to get my own Instagram now because I just thought about that.
Yeah.
I talked.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I know that, but that one we kind of burnt out.
I don't even Trap. You understand? I don't even care about comments and stuff. You know, when people say crazy stuff about me, it's straight. I'm good.
Coach Instagram is gonna be called Hotline Bling.
Hey, what is happening?
No, his IG gonna be hippity hip hop. If you black, you black, you rap. His is you black, you rap. You black, you rap.
Black, you rap.
Y'all tripping.
That's what you said.
I did not
They
say
just
that.
followed you, Coach. They just followed you, Coach.
I'm trolling.
It ain't gonna be y'all dropping
And
his
this is
DMs.
Barb's Instagram right here.
Y'all make sure y'all dropping his
Wide
DMs.
Scope Podcast Radio.
Y'all make sure y'all jump in their DMs.
Shout out to Rob. He said, "Don't forget to smash the like button and share the stream." That part right there.
Can't be 1,000 people watching this and we only get 80 something likes, guys.
Well, we have 52 right
No,
now.
it's okay because now that we just got to start.
We halfway to 100.
It ain't enough people to get 100.
Shit.
Some of the people like it already, Kim.
Repost it on Twitter too. Be on Twitter.
True.
There you go.
We need to start sharing the likes on our stories.
No, we about to get this done.
Yeah.
I said they subscribing. Thank y'all to everybody subscribe. No Silence Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here at noon Pacific Standard Time on Digital Soapbox. Click that thumbs up. How many likes is it?
56.
Get us to 60 so we can get about here. 60 so we can get about here. 4 more likes. We do this stream to support the No Silence podcast. Just dropped a great episode, Conversations That Drip, where we get into painting cars, build no cars, and finding the right things to make it work. You can go listen to that Conversations That Drip podcast, that No Silence podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Silence podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart Media. And we out this thing. Head over to the Crib Store. Grab you a cool hat.
Yeah, grab
Cool. I'm finna relaunch the actual aprons, the blue bandana aprons, for the summer, so y'all can barbecue. You know what I mean? In style. I love y'all. We up out this thing.
Okay.